Welcome to the Cicero regular town board meeting, 6:30 PM on Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. I ask that you please silence your cell phones and please note there are two exits, emergency exits in the rear of the building and one to my right. If you would, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Before we start our meeting, I'd like to say that Charles Abulencia, who served 59 years in the Cicero Fire Department, passed away. We here in the town of Cicero would like to extend our condolences to the Abulencia family for their loss. Tonight, we do not intend to take action on the agenda item number 5 or number 6, because we're considering some other options in regards to the solar projects in the town. We will be pulling number 8 off the agenda, 8A and 13A as well. We will start out with the abstracts. With anybody here wish to speak on behalf of any of the agenda items tonight prior to the meeting starting? Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Regarding the agenda items for the solar farms,
They've been pulled.
so they've been pulled.
Correct.
So no reason to comment on that.
Correct.
Okay, that takes about most of my comments away. The other comment I wanted to make is that regarding the approval for the consult to lead and develop a comprehensive plan. I commend the board for devoting resources to this project. Our town has a lot going for it, and the plan's essential for bringing us forward. I really appreciate your efforts in this area. When you do hit that item, I'd ask if you could just explain the process, what we expect to, what the deliverables are, what the timing would be. If you could just, just briefly summarize it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? No, we'll move on to Counselor White with number 3, abstract approvals.
Approval of abstracts. Move for the adoption of a resolution approving abstract numbers 52 dated 12/28/22, number 1 of 2023 dated 1/4/23, and number 2 dated 1/11/23.
Second. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Those who vote no or abstain passed. Before we go to number 4, I'd like to wish Counselor Carp hope he feels better tonight. He's not with us. We'll move on to number 4, public hearing to consider local law amendments to the chapter 68. There was proof of publication, correct? Tracy?
Yeah.
Okay, wish to waive those readings of those legal notices.
So moved.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Members to vote no or abstain passed. If we could ask Mr. Procopio, our codes director, to give a brief overview on the project and propose, but before we start that, we'll open the meeting at 6:33 PM. Go ahead, Steve.
So the state has updated the regulations for the minimum standards for administration of the Uniform Fire Prevention Building Code to reflect changes and updates to the code. And we have to update our chapter 68, which is compliance with those regulations to reflect the new requirements. That's all this is.
Thanks. Any board input? No? Any public input? We'll close the public meeting at 6:33. And we wish at this time to leave the public hearing open until the next board meeting, which is held on January 25th.
You closed it, so do you want to close it or open it? Which one?
No, I'm sorry. We're going to leave it open. I'm sorry. We're going to leave the public hearing open.
Thank you, duly noted.
And we skip 5 and 6.
Okay, move for the adoption of a resolution calling a public hearing on January 25th, 2023, commencing at 6:30 PM local time to consider the application known as Group 1 Development LLC for a change in zoning district from general commercial GC to residential multifamily RM for property located at 8443 Wayfarer Drive, tax map number 088.08-23.1 to accommodate townhouse development of the property.
Second.
Okay, there's discussion. Before we move on, would you like to come up and give us a presentation on your project?
Yep, good evening, Tim Coyer, News and Romans Land Surveying. I'm here with the applicant and property owner.
Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. I have a quick sheet there. I'm on the, I don't know if you have.
Are we on?
We don't have the PDF. You have any extras you can give maybe some people in the audience? Thank you.
Computer tonight?
Tracy, you wouldn't happen to have that, would you? No, okay.
I just have the drawing.
That's it. That's exactly what it is.
We good? Okay, so again, this property is located at Wayfair Drive and South Bay Road on the northwest corner thereof. It's roughly 2.4 acres. Right now, it's a general commercial district. If you had the map up, to the north of us is the existing townhouse development, Joseph's Landing, and actually to the north and to the northeast of us is Joseph's Landing. Right now, this piece of property has been zoned general commercial for quite a while. It's been vacant for the entire time. What the applicant's looking to do is change this zoning to RM to do some more townhouse units on this parcel by itself. If you look at the sketch that I provided, right now the sketch is showing roughly 16 units. These would be rental townhouse units, again, all duplexes. These are very similar to if you know Mr. Grosso's project over on Weaver Road. That's the type of unit that he's looking to put up on this property. The same, very similar to the existing townhouses that are to the north in Joseph's Landing's existing development. Again, the property could in theory yield 19 units per the code. We're looking to do roughly 16. We don't want to I think it's a good amount. I think it looks good. It'll be spaced out properly. And I think it's a good use for this property going forward. And it'll blend well with the existing Joseph Landing project that's to the north.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll have to refer to our attorney on this. We, this is just to set a public hearing. This is just informational that they wanted to, there's no public talking.
Yeah, you're gonna set a date for the public.
Right. The public hearing is on January 25th. We already mentioned that in there. We vote on this, correct? No voting?
We didn't vote on.
No, we didn't vote on it. We vote on this, correct? Okay. Any discussion from the board? No? All in favor?
Aye.
If you wish to vote no or abstain, passed.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Number 8, we want to have a little discussion with our highway superintendent, the approval of snow blower rental. Chris and I had spoken today about this $8,800 rental for 4 months. We would like to look into the purchase of this equipment with possibly a lease for 3 to 5 years. And instead of wasting 4 months of a rental of $8,800, maybe we can buy one for less than $8,000 a year for a rental and have this in our fleet and put it to good use during the days and times when it's not only snowing. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're going to look into that. And then possibly at the next, you'll have more information for us on that. Okay, thanks. Counselor White.
Okay. Approval of diesel fuel purchase. Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves the fuel purchases from Buell Fuel LLC, New York State Contract number 23236, in the amount of $55,000 from account code DB 514243 winter diesel in the amount of $41,000 from account code DB 514040 summer diesel.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. vote no or abstain, passed.
Approval of gasoline purchase. Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves Moravito Energy Products, New York State Contract Number PC 69519 in the amount of $23,500 from account code DB 511043 Town Gasoline.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. vote no or abstain, passed.
Approval for purchase of road salt. Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves for road salt Onondaga County Contract 00004315 from American Rock Salt at $44.28 a ton in the amount of $450,000 from account code DB 514241.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. vote no or abstain, passed.
Approval of cleaning service. Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves clean tech services with the first of 3-year agreements and is very satisfied with its services in the yearly amount of $21,176.40 from account code DB 513248.
Second.
Discussion? Chris, was this the only one you received? Okay, thank you. The only one back. Okay. Discussion? Anybody else? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
Should vote no or abstain, passed.
Approval of 25 vehicle GPS units. Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves 25 vehicle GPS units from Verizon Connect at a cost of $11,517 a year from account code DB 513055 Highway Machinery.
Discussion? Chris, can you elaborate a little bit on this? What this is going to do for our highway department in the future?
This will keep track of all our trucks. We get a lot of phone calls, hey, your truck was in our neighborhood speeding. This will clock the speed. If we're even in the neighborhood, your truck hit our car windshield. Our truck wasn't even on the road. We get a number of calls like that. It also comes with a towing service. We get 3 or 5 free tows for any vehicle, even the big trucks, a year. And it'll just keep track of, where everybody is at any time.
And doesn't this also have video on it?
Yes, it'll have, dash cam cameras.
Perfect. Excellent. We're moving in the right direction. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
You wish to vote no or abstain? Passed.
Board of Assessment Review Chair Appointment. Move for the adoption of resolution that the Cicero Town Board appoints Tom Bazillian as Chair of the Town Board or Chair of the Board of Assessment Review for 1-year term of 01/01/2023 to 9/30/2023 at a pay rate of $147.90 per session as member and chair.
Second.
Discussion? And this is due to the resignation of Tom O'Shady of the Board of Assessment Review. Anyone else? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
You wish to vote no or abstain? Passed. Number we on 10?
10.
10, yeah.
Approval of the new fire hydrant on Damon Road. Move for the adoption of a resolution approving Aqua Project number 9004121. Application agreement calling for the installation of a fire hydrant number 15213 on Damon Road. The project is shown and referred to as map file number 1973. According to the agreement, Aqua will install the hydrant at the owner's sole expense. The town will be notified when the installation is complete, and thereafter, the Cicero Oneida Lake Water District, extension number 5, will be billed an annual hydrant maintenance expense, which is currently $76.74 per hydrant. Budget code SW 834041100L332.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
You should vote no or abstain. Passed. And the next one, we'll be pulling that, but I'm going to let Counselor Marizio speak on behalf of the
Yeah.
Number
so-
11.
So we are pulling it tonight, but we will be taking action on this at our next board meeting. The town interview committee just finished interviewing 2 of the firms that we selected through the RFP process. We have one firm that we are leaning towards. We just have a couple of follow-ups before we make our final determination and have board action on that. The comprehensive plan firm that is selected will be working on planning as well as code updates for the town. And those will go in tandem together. The whole process will be about 12 to 14 months. And we will be having a committee put together. By the end of the month, we will have links on our website and it will be broadcast for those in the town interested on being on the comprehensive plan committee to submit their name for referral. We're looking to have about 12 to 13 people on that committee. We will also be putting out applications for interest in our facilities committee that we decided we were going to create a couple months ago. So we are looking to get that up and running as well. So more to come on this. We will have action at our next meeting on selecting this firm, and we are looking to get this committee together as fast as possible so we can hit the ground running.
Thank you.
Approval of payment to DE Tiroli for an emergency sewer repair. Move the adoption resolution approving DE Tiroli to be paid $17,490.35 for work conducted December 12th through the 14th for an emergency sewer repair at 9576 Southern Road in Brewerton, budget code SS 812041997.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Wish to vote no or abstain, passed. Number 13, A will be removed as I haven't had time to review our emergency plan with our chief and with our attorney as well. We want to make sure that we, in our board here as well, it needs to be sent to them. We need to make sure we do this and understand what the emergency plan is all about. Letter B.
Move for the adoption of a resolution that the town board approves the December 2022 driver's vehicle repair bill for $6,644.65, budget code B 312042.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Wish to vote no or abstain, passed.
Approval of hiring of parks laborer. Move the adoption resolution approving the hire of Kyle Ellis as a full-time parks laborer beginning on Monday, January 23rd, 2023 at a pay rate of $21.10 an hour and contingent upon approval, background check and physical, budget code 71101.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Wish to vote no or abstain, passed. Hire a part-time temporary court clerk. Move the adoption resolution to hire Erica Worth as a part-time temporary clerk to the town justice to assist Judge DeMarche while he is recruiting a full-time replacement for appointment. Department Municipal Court, budget code A11101, hourly rate $25 an hour, starting date January 19th, 2023.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
You should vote no or abstain, passed.
Approval of the planning board engineering retainer agreement. Move for the adoption of a resolution that the Cicero Town Board approves Ramboll America's Engineering Solutions, Inc. as a planning board engineer. The services will be provided for the period from January 1, 2023 through December 31, 2023 at an annual rate of $3,500 to be paid in accordance with the professional master services agreement between the town of Cicero and Ramboll America's Engineering Solutions, Inc., and for the supervisor to execute the agreement on behalf of the town board.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Wish to vote no or abstain, passed. Town board discussion, anybody?
I do, Mr. Supervisor, really quick.
Go ahead.
The open office hours that I do back on the calendar, my next one will be Saturday, January 21st. It'll be from 10 to 11 a.m. this time at Nopal, Cicero, 8686 Knowledge Lane. Refreshments will also be available. So any questions, please feel free to stop by.
Anyone else? No, I have our monthly police calls will go from the 2021 to the 2022. So 2021, we had regular incidents, 19,701. In 2022, we had 18,956. In arrests for 2021, we had 346. In 2022, we had 444. Juvenile arrests, we had 3 in 2021. In 2022, we had 17. In 2021, reports, general reports, we had 563. And in 2022, we had 641. And accident reports in 2021, we had 579. And in 2022, we had 658. And domestic reports in 2021 were 382. And in 2022, we had 442. We have a few notes from the chief here. Report wise, it's about 14 to 15% increase in all the reports. Juvenile arrests are up 400%. Arrests for adults are up 28%. And that would be it. If we want to, public want to come up, anybody wants to speak, and come on up. State your name if you could and your address. Thank you.
Like that's,
As
it's on. Okay. Hi, I'm Victoria Lewis. My address is 323 Wells Ave East, North Syracuse. I'm a town of Cicero resident for 26, coming on 27 years. I'm a retired teacher. I'm a Republican. And I have a dream. And my dream is to be a snowbird in the Sunshine State during the winter. This will be our 3rd year of doing that. And it was last year that we started talking about the idea of turning our 1950s ranch in the village of North Syracuse into an Airbnb. And I've recently come to find that town of Cicero wants to ban that. And I'm very, very disturbed because I don't own, an expensive piece of property. I'm not wealthy. I'm just an average citizen. But this would be a way for us to finance going down to Florida for 2, 3, maybe 4 months. That means that our home in a nice, quiet neighborhood would not be empty. We already have people that would manage our property while we're gone. We haven't done the steps yet, but we are making moves in that direction. When my husband and I travel, and we love to travel, we almost exclusively use short-term rentals, either VRBO or Airbnb. I'd rather do that than be in a hotel. We are in an excellent location. I call it the nexus of the universe. We've got 81, 481, the throughway. We're fairly close to 690. We're close to hospitals, colleges and universities, and some major corporations are in our area. Lockheed Martin, I could go on. What we would provide is a home setting. Our home is simple, but it's well appointed. We have a washer and dryer. We have an awesome new kitchen. And it's a quiet neighborhood. And I just can't believe that I'm hearing from this council that you would even consider not allowing a private homeowner the right to be able to utilize her property in a way that would be affordable to both parties, to myself and to whoever the tenants are. I'm just shocked, and I'm here to vigorously oppose it. I know it's not on the agenda today, but I'm just setting the stage that there are a lot of us. Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
How are you?
Hello, my name is Paul Finch. I reside at 7467 West Murray Street in Cicero. I own multiple lakefront properties on Oneida Lake, whether it's in Brewerton or the Cicero area. I'm very concerned about the town's proposed ban on so-called short-term rentals. New York's Finger Lakes region has been a tourist destination since the 1800s. It's only the online platforms that have changed. As a child, my family did not have a lot of money. So our idea of a vacation was to look into the Syracuse Herald paper and find a short-term rental for the week up on the lake. During these short-term vacations that we had, we basically remember the excitement of all getting together as a family, going up, fishing on the lake, having a good time. I don't really remember catching anything on the lake at all, but I do remember all the memories that we did have over this time. This proposal amounts to stripping homeowners of property rights and will force many homeowners to sell their homes. Renting my home out for visitors is my retirement plan. I don't have a company to back a 401k or a government pension, so I have to plan for myself, and I've worked to assure I can retire with these. It is unthinkable that a Republican-controlled board would not only try a Pelosi-style tactics to bury the ban, but also give zero consideration to the effect it would have on the town economy. The seasonal businesses that depend on tourism or the small businesses that tradespeople that benefit from working from these properties. I find it hard to believe that this so-called complaints was followed. Kids skateboarding on a public street, kids playing in a public accessible lake, the smell of legalized cannabis oil, as well as what people put in their trash or recycling bins. You guys should just postpone the vote until you guys shouldn't just postpone the vote until March. You should pull the ban and start from scratch. And this time you should talk to the tax-paying homeowners instead of pulling the rug out from under them. It is a ban that does go into effect. I will be forced to rent to long-term tenants so I can afford my taxes and mortgage payments. Due to the recent changes in the rental laws of New York State, it's smart for me to rent to specific programs so I'm guaranteed my rents. I have reached out to a couple business contacts who I've worked with in the past, who are extremely interested in having a place away from the city to house some of their clients. Helio Health, Liberty Resources, as well as Catholic Charities have showed a lot of interest in renting these properties. Using these companies guarantee rental income every month. The way these programs work is I rent to the company, not to the individual. And due to HIPAA laws, I am not allowed to know who the clients are and who will be staying in my house. They are permitted to put 2 individuals in each bedroom that do not have to be related. These are normally triple net leases, and the company is responsible for all repairs, all utilities, and all taxes. This type of rental is my best option to protect my property and guarantee all my bills will be paid. I really hope the board will reconsider and realize that my rights are being stripped from myself and others that are just trying to make a retirement plan. Thank you for listening, and God bless America.
Thank you. How are you?
You doing?
Good.
I'm
Name?
gonna piggyback off what they said. My name's
Sir,
Brad Kelly.
Can I get your name and address?
My name's Brad Kelly.
Yep.
My address is 4191 Orion Path in Liverpool.
Okay,
So I recently purchased a property on Oneida Lake to use for myself and my family.
Thank you.
On occasion, and to rent out short-term rentals. Work extremely hard for everything I've ever earned, including this house, which in turn, I've had to sacrifice a lot. That includes a lot of time with my son. When I made the biggest purchase of my life on this house, I was very proud of what I was able to accomplish and all the troubles I had to go through to be able to purchase this, save up for it. Properties on Oneida Lake have been rented out, as Paul said, on a short-term basis for many, many years, long before Airbnb or VRBO were ever established. Now you on the board thought it was a great idea to be sneaky and pass a new law on Section 3 of local law number 5, banning short-term rentals. This was done in an extremely deceptive way, where homeowners had little to no notice on the topic. Passing this local law with zero research, zero thought, and zero input from us homeowners is not only wrong, but is in direct opposition of what Republicans in upstate New York are supposed to be standing for. Anything short of pulling back the ban on the short-term rentals would be a disservice to us homeowners and the local community. Town should come up with an alternative before this meeting in March, and this time consult with us homeowners. We're willing to work with you guys in a fair and reasonable regulation. Appreciate your time.
thank you. Good evening. How are you?
My name's Dan Crump. I reside at 8647 Gray Birch Drive. I don't live in the town of Cicero, but I've been a resident of this area my entire life. I grew up on and near Oneida Lake, starting in West Monroe, moved to Liverpool, now Baldwinsville. This proposition to ban Airbnbs is very unsettling to me. I don't like the way it was tried to be passed behind everybody's back. Now we're aware of it and it's coming up in March. These houses have been rented my entire life. I'm almost 50. The only thing that's changed is they're available on a website now, which is exactly the same thing I could say about virtually any other product in the world. Everything else is the same. I'm not a big business. I work at a power utility. The only way even an affluent middle-class person can afford some of these houses is to offset some of the carrying costs by renting them out. I would like the board to reconsider this motion and pull it.
Thank you. Anyone else? Come on up.
Tom Bazigian, 8575 Old Town Path, Cicero. I have nothing to do with Airbnbs, but I was listening to your numbers and it was hard to follow. It was kind of fast, but I did mental math and it sounds like each police person, I'm estimating 10 people on the force, 19,000 stops or arrests and reports. So it sounds like these police have to do one of these reports per hour of their day, which probably leads to overtime, et cetera. My rhetorical question is, do we have enough police for all the work that we have in this town? I have no idea what it is in the other towns and how we compare. It just seems like a lot of work objectively. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else? Come on up. How are you?
My name is Jennifer Houston. I live at 5589 Oneida Drive. I was born and bred here in Cicero. I went to the church across the street. I attended junior auxiliary at the American Legion when it used to be down the road. When I travel out of town for business, I prefer to stay at Airbnbs. I think that I stay in surrounding suburban areas because I usually travel to big cities. I feel safer in a home like that. I don't like people knowing that I'm coming and going alone in a hotel. I prefer the privacy and I very much enjoy the family style environment. I also love experiencing the local community, checking out different restaurants, different stores, parks, and historical markers. I want to contribute to the local economy in the places that I visit. What I don't love is being called stupid by my town councilor at the meeting here on November 9th. That would be Jonathan Karp. I'm sorry he's not here, so I could say that to him. I should be able to do as I wish within the confines of my private residence and on my private property. And I quote, there's nothing actually in the law saying you can't do this. Code enforcers have literally said to us, you cannot do this. In regard to the quality of life issue, Airbnb doesn't promote bachelor parties, but I could go home right now. I could have 30, 40, 50 people at my house for no reason at all. I could do it again tomorrow and the day after. We have a house on our street. It's commonly referred to as the frat house. There's drinking at all hours. There's fireworks regularly in the summer. Worse yet, there's a house at the end of our road that has more action between midnight and 4 a.m. than the whole road does during the entire day. At least Airbnbers are going to leave. I think it's an absolute violation to come into our homes and tell us what we can and cannot do there. And a reasonable person should be able to understand that.
Thank you. Anyone else? Come on up. How are you?
Yes, my name is Vernon Giles. I reside at 7410 Maple View Road, Cicero, New York. I oppose, first of all, from what I hear, the method and what way that you folks were going to approach this situation, along with other grievances. First of all, I own about 10 properties in this area. I spend a massive amount of taxes. Some of them I haven't even paid yet. So I have questions also. I haven't read your proposal on the solar systems yet, but my one question is to you is residential homes included in this this solar situation that you are reviewing at this time?
Steve, do you want to comment on the difference in the solar?
Current solar ordinance addresses solar tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 solar systems. I think what the board is most concerned with is the large scale tier 3 solar systems.
Correct.
There wouldn't, I don't think any intended, consideration or changes would affect, rooftop or ground mounted residential solar systems. I mean,
So that's not affected at all then?
we have, there's nothing being proposed to be changed currently. We have a current solar ordinance that all three of those are permitted.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Also, right now, my properties, I basically only rent year to year, so there's a year lease on each of them. But who knows what happens in the future, what I may want to do. And I don't think, being that, we're supposed to be living in a free country, that a few people standing up there can tell the whole room what they can do with their property, which they pay taxes on, because I know for a fact, if you don't pay your taxes, they go to auction, because I've bought them at auction before. So we pay our taxes. We have the right to say something. We don't appreciate any underhanded crap. And I know one thing, if I do something that isn't right, Steve or one of his guys will be out there telling me that I can't do it. So therefore I go to the codes enforcement agent and I make things right. Now, there are times that I don't agree with certain things, codes and things like that. I'm a builder. So I understand codes. I understand the reasons for them. But at the same time, trying to dictate to people what they can do with their own land, it sounds a little bit like what King George used to do. So I don't think you folks have that authority. And if you do, maybe we need to just vote new people and if this is going to continue. And that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Nope. With that being said, we'll move to close the meeting.
So move.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.